So if you remember from when we started taking the clutch components out, it's been sitting in inox for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. We're going to try and get that key out, although I don't feel like it's going to budge, but we'll give it a go. All right, we're going to give up with this. Come back to it another time. Okay, so that's actually really nice to see. This is brass, which means somebody has painted over this essentially at some point, or that's how they came from the factory. I'm not quite sure, but I think new, or we try and get it back to the original, try and get the paint off, try and get it back to the brass. So that's lovely, really nice. Get these bits back together. Also, I don't know if you can see that, but this has had an almighty hack job. I don't know whether it's come loose or it's been knocked 1,000 times, but try and get it off. That'll definitely be a part we end up replacing, because that nut has absolutely had it. Have a look at this. So that's the front roller off. You hear that? Full of rocks. But yeah, I think we might try and salvage it. I'm not sure whether we're going to go replace it yet, but that shaft is very corroded. There's actually quite a lot of wear on this, so yeah, that's very, very corroded. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but we'll keep them apart for now, so I can keep track of where all these bits are going. But front roller off, height adjuster knob off, those two bolts there. This will come out. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. There we go. So the roller arm, that's pretty good. A little bit of corrosion here and there, but I reckon with a sandblast and a paint, it might be in business. That's some pretty good nick. Okay, so next we're going to get the bottom of the roller the reel bearing housings off. So they're just a couple of bolts. Hopefully they're a half, think, yep, they're a half. Half inch. Now I'm not going to worry about keeping track of where these are positioned on the chassis, because once the new reel comes in, it'll all change anyway. So important to know that's like a grub washer or friction washer at the front, and just a normal washer at the back here. Oh, you forget how heavy this is when you pick it up 100 times. Michael, VNR Mechanical, was saying that these extension nuts too are part of the kit, so that's really good to know. Now into the chassis. Those two can go together. There we go. So these, although very dirty, disgustingly dirty and full of crap, they're actually not in bad condition. So I think this is a part. Yeah, there's a little bit of pitting in here. I think once we clean them up, they should be all right. Like, we are getting new bearings going in here with the reel, so I'm not worried about any pitting or anything happening onto the new bearings or wear. But yeah, definitely do need a good cleanup. I'm going to let these soak in degreaser over the next week or so. So when the time comes, we'll give them a clean and get them back on. So yeah, no point replacing these now. They're fine the way they are. So we're down to the rear roller. It's a lot lighter with that front roller off, although that rear roller I know is going to make all the difference. Let's get into our labels. Actually, this might have to be rethread or at least cleaned up, because if you have a look, the top of that has absolutely been hacked, and that's that side that had that gummy nut, so they're not real clean. They fit, but yeah, they're going to need to be maybe a rethread. I don't want to replace that whole shaft if I don't have to, but like, it's straight, there's nothing wrong with it, it's not really badly corroded or anything like that, but yeah, it might have to, I don't know, rethread that with a die. Okay, so before we get into the rear roller, we're going to have to get these sprockets off. So I'll get set up and then we'll get into it.